Everybody, I'd like to welcome you to the worst case scenario. Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Building a Nation with FC Midtjylland. If you're still enjoying the series, do be sure to hit that like button. It would be awesome. If we could get 3, that'd be superb as well. So this month we had some pretty crunch games to get through in the league and of course in the cup against Copenhagen, and just to sort of sustain ourselves at the top of the league whilst I was off doing some other stuff, looking for some regens and whatnot. So enjoy the highlights of the games that we've played this month, and I'll join you guys in a sec for the game against Esbjerg. Can he fight? Oh, he cuts inside. Lovely touch. Sisto must score, does. We lead 1-0 at SecondYellowCard, and that is a huge win. If we can get the win here, that would be massive for us, because they beat us earlier in the season at home. The free kick, back post. Oh, Hansen's in there, and it is 2-0 now. We should have this one now. Kian Hansen makes it 2-0 to Midtjylland, and we've created some good opportunities today and deserve a 2-0 lead. Stepping up and scoring the penalty. I don't really know why it was given. Budarov didn't look to have done anything, but there you go. It is 2-1 now. We've got to hang on against 10 men, surely. There we go, 2-1 win. I'm not sure how it was only 2-1, but it was, and we stay at the top, which is the main thing. Stepping up and scoring the penalty. We've had some good chances so far, and now we finally take one, albeit from the spot. 1-0 Midtjylland. Poulsen steps up and scores. 2 penalties today, both really silly bits of play from Brøndby, and we lead 2-0 from the spot. Jacob Poulsen with both of them. Go 2-0. We tried a more aggressive approach during this game, and it kind of worked. Well, it certainly enabled us to win 2 penalties, that's for sure. In. Oh, straight across there, and Jørgensen puts it in for Copenhagen, and they've got the lead here, which is disappointing because we've beaten them twice in the league, and this is the cup now, though, I suppose. Find Sisto. Oh, what a hit that is from Pione Sisto. 1-1, and we're back on level terms here. Pione Sisto's 4th goal of the season. We need more play like that from him. Sisto's free kick. Oh, what a strike from Sisto. About bloody time, really. We've been superb today. Lots of chances, but we just haven't taken them, and Sisto's bailed us out here. 2-1 to Midtjylland. Instead. There we go, 2-1. We won in the cup game, but really should have been a lot more. Sisto, nice football again. Sisto through for Kadlec. That is lovely football on the edge of the area, and we lead away at Viborg. And this will be a big one because Copenhagen are really hunting us down at the moment, winning away at Randers in their last game. Wishman, ball in. Oh, come on now. 1-1 here. Disappointing. Another one of those dumb lumped in free kicks, and it's a goal. It's 1-1. Disappointing. Really, really bad. Wishman, another free kick. Are you kidding me? That's 2 of them now. This is getting stupid. For Singh, ball across Kadlec, and it's in for 2-2. We are level here, but we shouldn't really even be behind in the first place. But hey, still time left. Well, there we go, 2-2. We've basically been undone by our inability to defend free kicks. Simple as that, really. Right, guys, we're back, and as you can see, we're still sitting top of the league, which is great. We're a point clear of Copenhagen, but we do have that game in hand. 4 points above Randers, again with the game in hand, thanks to AGF taking some points off of them, which is just about nice, because Copenhagen really have been hunting us down like raptors this month, and we've just been able to stay in front by winning a few games, but unfortunately dropped the points against Viborg. But at least Kadlec got himself a couple of goals in that game, so it kind of, swings and roundabouts and all that jazz. We're still doing okay, but I still feel there's a bit more. I think we can get more out of this tactic, and hopefully the team at large. Now, one thing we have done this month is make ourselves a signing. So since my scout decided not to give me a proper report on Razvan Marin, I went and had a little look myself, noticed that he was out of contract at the end of the season, and we could actually get him on a pre-contract for free. So I've decided to just go ahead and sort that out, so he comes in at the end of the season, and we can get him then on a 4-year deal on relatively good money. So that's what I'm going to try and do, hopefully, right now. Let's finalise this. There we go. Christopher Olsen still has the best average rating of any player in the league, and unfortunately he will miss the rest of the season with that horrible injury, and I think that's going to hamper us somewhat, because a lot of Kadlec's great play came from those lovely balls over the top from Olsen, and Kadlec has just not been on form as of late. He got 2 in the last game, which is his first really good performance for a while, but I feel like we're going to be stymied a little bit in our creative senses. So hopefully people like Juland and that will step up to the plate, but I'm not really sure at the moment. I think we might end up limping over the line, and hopefully we can get the title, though. That's the main plan, obviously. Kadlec is still top scorer for us with 22 and 9 assists, which is pretty damn good. I don't know if it's Kadlec, one of them, basically. It's really difficult because you've always got 10 people telling you one thing and 10 people telling another thing. So no matter what I say, people complain, and I'm just bored of that, to be honest now. This is a football Football Manager channel. That's what we're trying to do here. So, Martin Pusic, 12 goals, not bad. Considering he hasn't played as much lately, he's mostly been used off the bench, but he's still got 12 goals, 5 assists, very, very good. So what I've been doing this month is going through the youth intakes. Now, if you want to get to those, I have showed you before, but you do a Control W, and there should be a drop-down that will tell you that you can put it on youth intakes. That's how you get to that menu, in case you were wondering. But basically, I just went down, looked at some of the values, looked at any stats I could see. Now, obviously, this list was a lot longer when I started. At one point, I think it was up to sort of 60, 70 players that I sent scouts out for, but anyone that just didn't look up to the scratch straight away, basically, I just dropped from it immediately, because otherwise you end up with your scouts going all around the world and it takes longer. However, I think we've got ourselves a few quite interesting ones. One particular that stands out hugely for me. Now, that player was actually Raimi Sakibo, who actually plays for our affiliate club, FC Midtjylland. Now, he didn't come through those scout report things. I was just looking through our affiliate sites, just in case they had anyone awesome, like the guy from Galtan. Now, obviously, it's not the same type of thing, because he's older, but my goodness, does he look quality. He's only 19, so we can still get him in. He's only just turned 19 this year. So I think he will be one that we must try and... It's paramount that we bring this guy in, really. Look at some of these stats already for a 19-year-old. That marking, he's got decent heading, tackling's on the low side, decent first touch, lovely determination, which I always love, you know, decent positioning and leadership, really good quality all across the board, and I really do want to try and bring him in, basically, and I hope to God that we're able to do that when we get a bit of money, because I would hate to lose a player like him. Now, you'll notice predominantly that obviously the leagues I'm looking in are very much lower reputation leagues, either particularly in Europe. I'm mostly looking Eastern Europe and Greece, basically, although I feel like these guys are probably out of our price ranges too, as you can see from the fact that we've not got a minimum and maximum. Generally, that means you can't have any interest in signing them. If you look at this, suddenly removes all of them, but that's just going to happen sometimes. However, we've still got some other players that look quite promising. Now, one thing that does stand out to me, and you might be wondering why he's in here, because frankly he doesn't look all that special. Now, that's not the reason he's here. I've just been scouting him because I really want to make sure on this one, because when I was looking through the youth intakes, generally Indonesia, I've never ever found a good player from Indonesia. It's nothing against the country. It's just it doesn't seem to produce good players on FM. But this guy's value was so much more than any other player that I could see that had come through the Indonesian scout route, intakes or whatever. Not that there was that many of them, but he stood out so much. His value was like 7-8 times what the other players were, and his value is only like 3,000 or 4,000. I think. What is it? 3.7. Yeah. So the fact is, we don't know much about him at the moment, but we're getting there. I've sent a scout out to have a look at him, and I just want to make sure that there's nothing we're missing with this guy, because if he's got even a tiniest hint of something quite awesome about him, I might try and bring him in, just because it would be cool to get an Indonesian regen, if nothing else. Now, obviously, we don't have time to go through all of these players, but basically, this is the sort of level of player that I'm looking at the moment, and obviously, there'll be more coming in, and over the summer, I'll be probably finding a few more of them, and hopefully bringing in a big bunch of them during the summer, which is the plan, hopefully, and that's what I love to do in these days. But I just thought I'd show you guys a sort of a small list of them, because this list will probably get bigger and smaller throughout the season, of kind of where we're looking for this, basically. Now, I feel like this tactic still has some holes in it. I feel like there's a lot of ways it could be improved, and this is why I'm opening up the floor again to you guys. So based on what we've got right now in terms of the shape and the sort of style that we want to play, i.e. decent fluid football, but we're still with a strong defensive base, basically, where we can really dominate teams. That's the idea. What do you think we can change about this tactic to make just it that little bit better? Now, if you are going to give me an answer to this, I do want to know, I do want answers to this, I absolutely do. Please be sure to tell me why I should do something, not just do this, because that's irrelevant, basically. And if you want to change roles, do let me know, but also, again, always give a reason, because that way I can understand why, and even if I don't follow the advice exactly, I might be able to take something on board and build into a new tactic, and that's how I can build stuff, almost crowdsourcing ideas, essentially. But we're going to go with everything from basics right now, just to get us into the game. We can tweak things on the fly, hopefully. That's the plan, anyway. Hopefully we can just do the right thing and get ourselves a result here today, because, you know, a draw wouldn't really be that good. It would only put us 2 points above Copenhagen. It's going to be difficult. I want to see us win this game and get some form back, basically. Lauridsen. Oh, not again. Oh, phew. I thought we were going to end up conceding another one of those dumb free kick rebound goals, which seemed to be back in the game all of a sudden. Out of nowhere, really. I swear they'd gone away completely, and now they just seem to be back with a vengeance. Right, okay, let's wow. So we're looking okay. Generally, the passing is playing out wide, so we'll probably allow that to be the case. Just drop those onto exploit the flanks, just turn the tempo down a tad, and also switch to counter, because we're not getting a lot of possession right now, and I kind of prefer to maybe just close down a little bit more, though. I've experimented with being more aggressive. Against Brøndby, we were really aggressive, and not that that really helped in terms of us scoring, but we won 2 penalties, which means they were probably pretty aggressive as well, I guess. Cadlets, if we can get ourselves the win here, this is a massive one for me, because they're a decent side, and we struggled away at Viborg in the last game, so I want to see if we're still capable of pulling off good results, essentially, because we've got a tough away game in the Cup coming up next, to see if we can get to the final. Poulsen, out wide for Roma, first time ball in Dueland, yes! 1-0 to 1-0 to Midtjylland, his 5th goal of the season from Mikael Dueland. We've had big offers from him, but he signed a new contract, and that is what I'm interested in. This would push us 4 points above FC Copenhagen, and that is perfectly. We need to get above them, basically. This will push us, whoa, outside of the foot from Römer. Push us 4 points above. Why are the players ice skating? God. Come on, graphics card. You can do better than that, mate. Uh-oh, not another one of these free kick goals. Oh, he's offside. Thank God for that. We've conceded too many goals from free kicks, and that's another area that I really have struggled to try. I've tried tweaking little things, but it just doesn't seem to... They just seem to be able to always be able to break our offside trap and get those back post crosses. I know back post crosses are OP, but they really seem to be OP from free kicks at the moment, which is a bit of a worry. I might just turn on work ball into the box, because we're playing quite a lot of short passing, and I wonder if we could exploit that a little bit more. Interesting to note, though, that they have actually now turned over the majority of possession to us, which might require me turning it on to control in this second half, or at least back to standard. We grab a second goal now, and things are looking very good. Kadlec, one touch to set himself, another touch to finish, not quite. This is what I mean. Earlier in the season, I feel like those are going in the back of the net and we're getting ourselves a second goal, basically. So we're just going to have to sort of see what we can come up with at half-time. We're winning 1-0. That's massive. That's huge. But it's a tight angle for Kadlec. Let's not get too harsh on him, but some nice football all round. They've not really offered anything apart from 2 complete crosses, which is a worry, perhaps. Right, what can we do in this second period? And Sisto's doing a lot of creative stuff with the key passes. So what I actually tried Sisto as an inside forward in one of the games this month as well. I think it was, I can't remember which game it was, but he did okay in that game. What do we change? What do we change? Do we change anything? Are we just content with what we've got right now? Maybe just knock that tempo down a tad more. And they've not looked that dangerous in behind. I might just push the line up a tiny little bit. They've not looked like getting in behind us, and I worry that maybe if we're allowing too many long shots, they might actually be able to get one. And it might, you know, if we push up a little bit higher, it might allow us to win the ball in these areas a little bit more. I'm always careful with these high line situations because I always worry that we're going to do something silly and just have a simple ball lumped over the top and then score. But you have to balance out the risks. This is the thing, we're just not getting enough shots on target. And that's one of the areas of this tactic that I think definitely needs to improve. We get a decent number of shots per game, but just not enough on target. Usually it's enough to win the game, generally speaking. But I'd like to see a little bit more clinical play from us. Maybe not shooting as much, but unfortunately everything I've got set so far hasn't made any difference. Just lump it. There we go. And there we go. Singh does really well. Wow, look at that. Poulsen. Oh, I was hoping he'd slip that through. There was a really nice little ball in the channel on there. Sisto, around the side for Kadlec, brings it down. Must score, does, 2-0. Esbjerg are 2-0 down to us now. Václav Kadlec, he seems to have found his feet again. That's 3-2 now for him, and he seems to be getting a little bit more confidence again. Lovely little ball through from Sisto. Oh my goodness me. Peony Sisto, my friend. That is... Wow. That is actually like a skill move. That's Zlatan-esque there from Sisto. I've never seen that in FM before. That was fantastic. That's like thug life stuff. Right, okay, let's make some substitutions here. Kian Hansen is knackered, so we're going to get Budorov in for him. We've got a 2-0 lead here, so we should be okay. Everyone's looking calm and motivated, but Poulsen's a little on the that side. So what I'll probably do is get Sobby. Actually, no, we'll get Roy Aaron because he needs some match fitness more than anything, just to get him back, because we've been playing the same kind of team a lot lately. And Sparv, maybe? No. Who else have we got? Screw it, let's get Pusic on. The guy's got long ranges for days in him. He's got a bit of that in his game as well. A 2-0 win here would be... I'd be very... Oh no, here we go. Free kick ball in. I don't know what it is about us and free kicks. We just can't seem to defend them. I'd be interested to see what the stats like for us defending free kicks this year is like, but I can't imagine they're very good. You know, in games where we should be out of sight, we're just... Look at this, there's 3 players there. 3 of them. And he still gets the shot away. Very, very poor defending, considering we're set to close down much more. But what can you do? You've got to just deal with it. As long as we don't throw this away now, that would be absolutely gutting. A 3rd goal would be nice, to actually win a game by more than a goal. We don't seem to do that very often. Oh, lovely stuff. Sisto again. Brilliant little through ball. And it is now 3-1. Daniel Royer off the bench to finish the game off for us. And, phew, still a better result than we managed in the game that never was, so to speak. Pusic drops it for Sisto. Look at that for a pass. Oh, Sisto is showboating today. He's all over the pitch. Hopefully he'll get himself like a man of the match, maybe? I feel like he deserves it. He's got a 9, yeah. Sisto's going to be man of the match, and he deserves it purely for that skill move in the first half. Pusic is now through. Sisto... Oh, he's gone for the shot. Well, that's a bit silly from Martin Pusic, but we're going to win the game, and that's the main thing. I think the pushing up strategy in the second half has worked quite nicely for us. I think it's allowed us to just put a little bit more stress on their defence and stop them from attacking as much. Sisto... Oh, nearly got another ball through. He really is having a lovely time. That's more like it from Peony Sisto. Römer, Sisto... Oh, my goodness. It is now 4-1 to Midtjylland, and Peony Sisto, easily man of the match. That's more like it. The Sisto system is working very, very nicely, and I'm pleased with that. Römer just drops it inside. Or does he? Yeah. Sisto, look at that for a touch as well. Kills the ball dead and just pops it in at the far post. 4-1 to Midtjylland. This is the best result we've had in some time, in months. We've not won a game 4-1. for quite a long time, and it's nice to just see that we've got that in our game. Maybe the changes I've made in this game have actually been the key for us. Maybe pushing up is something we can do a little bit more in games when we're just not looking in danger in those situations. Very good win. So we've basically got 2 episodes left of this season, I think. We can kind of break that down into 2, I think. That's basically about right. However, what I wanted to ask you guys today, and this is useful because I'm actually recording the video the day it comes out, is whether you want me to continue doing the analysis videos that I did back on Wimbledon, basically. Now, for those of you that are new to the channel, basically what I do is at the end of the season, I'll do another video, which is sometimes slightly longer. This one, I'll try to keep them down a little bit more and be a bit more concise with the data. But basically, where we go through all the stats and take a look at where we've gone right, where we've gone wrong, and less about where we need to sign, because obviously we're signing youngsters generally, and that's what matters. But yeah, so do let me know in the comments if you do want to still see those analysis videos. Now, again, it wouldn't be something that you'd have to watch to enjoy the series, basically. It would be something extra for those of you that just love those stats a little bit more. So that's the way I wanted to do it. So don't let it put you off. It's not going to have anything amazing in it that would disrupt the series in any way. It's just a sort of a look at the stats for the season and the players that have done well and the players that haven't, and ways we could maybe improve for the following year. So do let me know if you still want to see that in this save. That would be awesome. So for the next episode, I'm going to do the Hobro away game, and the main reason I'm going to do that is because if we were to get through Copenhagen into the cup final, then I presume that would be afterwards, so that would be a balanced amount of games. So in the next episode, we're going to have 2 matches against Copenhagen. If we can beat them, we need to go and at least get a draw in the away game in the league. That's huge. And then we've got against AGF at home. That's going to be so difficult because they've got a draw and a win against us this year. Those 2 games are going to be probably the season deciders, I've got to say. So guys, if you've enjoyed this episode, do smash a like. That would be fantastic. And I'll join you guys in the next episode for another game against Hobro. We seem to be playing them a lot, but that should be a nice winnable one, you'd like to think. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.